What's going on, guys? So, got a different style video for you all today. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty short and sweet. Just wanted to shoot this real quick. Yeah. How crazy is this? It is already the end of 2021. Crazy, right? It has been an absolutely wild ride for us here at Guardians of the Geckos, that's for sure. Yeah, a lot can happen in a year. So with that, be right back. So, here he is. This is my son, Logan. Logan, say hi. Oh, we're waving. He actually turns 1 next week. Absolutely crazy, right? How much actually can happen in a year? I swear, like, every time I blink, he's loving this. Every time I blink, he's like getting bigger and bigger. And I'm sure many parents out there can attest to this. Even if I look at photos of him from just like 2 or 3 months ago, he looks like a completely different person. But yeah, actually one cool thing, and he's kind of hyper right now, it's kind of past his bedtime. But what are you pointing at? One cool thing actually, every morning when he wakes up, Priscilla actually takes him into the gecko room and they say good morning to all of the geckos. And he absolutely loves the geckos. Of course, he's still a little young right now to handle any of them, but that will come eventually. But he loves checking them out and seeing them all and saying good morning to them, and sometimes we even say good night to them too. But anyways, so yeah, it's past your bedtime, right? Yeah, he's like looking all around the room. So we're gonna give him back to mommy and I'll be right back. Logan, say bye. Bye, everyone. All right. All right, I'm back. Yeah, anyways, can't believe I have a kid. And he's about to be 1 already. Wild. It has been a crazy year, 2021. It's been a very challenging year for us at Guardians of the Geckos, but at the same time, a rewarding year. You know, we accomplished a lot. But yeah, a lot of challenges. Of course, the biggest change out of all of them, we got the baby. Completely life-changing. It's for good, you know, in a good way, I mean, of course. But yeah, besides, you know, the baby, besides little Logan, I'm still working my full-time job. We're cranking out shows. We actually did a record amount of shows this year than we've ever done before. At least minimum 2 a month. Some months we did 4 shows within the month. That's pretty exhausting. But yeah, that was going on. Of course, we were constantly trying to keep the website updated, upload on the social media platforms, tried doing as many YouTube videos as possible. Of course, we fell short on that in a lot of ways, but for those days that we weren't uploading to social media or posting YouTube videos or being a little bit less active in the community, it was most likely either because I was working like crazy at my other job or I was just spending time with the family. And that's okay. It's okay to do that stuff. You know, if 2021 taught me one thing, you know, more than any of the other years, is that life moves very, very fast. You know, I experienced that this year. I, you know, grew this little tiny human from like this size to you saw him here and just, he's not even a baby anymore. And it was just a year flew by like it was nothing. It felt like just yesterday we were in the hospital. So one of the great things about a new year is taking the time to be able to reflect on things we accomplished the year prior and things we didn't accomplish, and write down ways on how we can improve ourselves or say your business or whatever it may be in the upcoming year. Of course, we all know what that's called, New Year's resolutions. So for us at Guardians of the Geckos, you know, I have a whole list of things I would love to improve this next year, but just a couple I've written down real quick is, of course, upload more often on social media, especially crank out more YouTube videos. I literally have a whole list that I would like to get rocking and rolling right now of really awesome YouTube video ideas. It's just figuring out the time with everything going on, as I just discussed. But yeah, so that's a big one for us. Of course, just in general, improving the quality of care we're providing to the reptiles, to the geckos we have. Of course, that's one I have every year. You know, I always feel like we are providing them really good quality, but you know, it's always good to step back and ask yourself, is there anything we can do better? I would also like us to update the website with gecko listings a little bit more often throughout the year instead of just a few times during the year. I feel like we can definitely improve on that some, and I also want us to be a little bit more active in the reptile community as a whole. But yeah, that's just a few challenges for myself, or really for Guardians of the Geckos as a whole. And with that, I also want to challenge you guys in 2022. So, what will you improve? It doesn't have to be some major change or anything. It can just be a few baby steps closer to your goal. At the end of the day, even just taking those steps gets you that much closer. Maybe you're a gecko breeder or reptile breeder like us, and your goal this year is to launch your very own website. Or maybe it's to vend at your very first show, which is super, super exciting. Maybe you don't have a social media presence out there and you're gonna launch your very own business-oriented Facebook or Instagram page and get your name out there a little bit more. But of course, your goal doesn't have to be really business-oriented. It could be something as simple as just spending a little bit more time with your family, or maybe even contacting a close friend you haven't talked to in years. You know, that phone call might mean the world to them and it might rekindle an old friendship. You never know. So, anyways, whatever your goal is, you are gonna go out there and absolutely crush it. And we and the rest of the reptile community will be cheering you on the entire way. So, anyways, guess I'll see you next year.